Welcome to WKE Podcast, Western Kansas Elite Podcast. We have a few topics that we're going to look at and talk about today. First topic is the multiple sport student athlete in the state of Kansas, Kansas high school sports, multiple sport student athlete. It's going around here, and we're talking about a student that plays multiple sports. Me, one, I focused on mainly one in high school. Yes, times have changed, and you need to be more marketable. But at all the same time, I do have a concern for injury prone, depending on the strenuous and if you play club ball in these multiple sports or not. I think the biggest thing is that when you have a lot of students, a high percentage of students play a lot of multiple sports, I think it waters down the level that they're capable of playing on in every individual sport. So for multiple sports student athletes, for some, I think it's helpful because they can be multiple sports athletes depending on the level uh, of play where they can get scholarship. In the state of Kansas, it's NAIA and junior college heavy here, which you have junior college from Division One, Two, and Three, and then you have NAIA Division One and Two, and then very few Division One schools. I mean, so I think for here, the state of Kansas, that works for them because many students, you don't have that many students that go mid major D1 or D1 things of that nature. I think the emphasis is just different in this state. Do I feel it's just servicing some students that could be at a high level competition in any sport? Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm not just talking about basketball, but I'm talking about any sport that they can really excel. So I'm not saying I'm for or against it. I'm saying look at what's best for the student athlete and what opportunity uh, is available to that student to pursue. If they have a desire to pursue a higher education and get a college degree and get most of it paid for through using their talents in sports. So there you have it. Let's talk about man-to-man defense. It's just in Kansas in general, the places I have to see. I feel middle school basketball is a joke. Let's talk about man-to-man defense. The art of it's not taught much anymore. If you have a talented team, it seems like you throw some gimmick defenses there, and you trap, you run and jump, and things of that nature, instead of, hey, how do you stop somebody? So uh, here at Western Kansas Elite, we try to stick more with the man-to-man defense. You have to learn how to stop somebody in game situations. I think it's sad, even in elementary, you go to elementary youth tournament, you see youth tournament, and you see zone 1-3-1 or a so-called matchup. How can you have a matchup zone if you haven't taught these boys and girls how to play man to man, ball you man, being help side, weak side, things of that nature, rotation, talking, being in the passing lane, up the line, down the line. Those just different basketball terms that you hear, and they're getting in them at a young age. So now as they grow older, it becomes the instinct. It becomes a basketball play. It becomes an instinct for the game. So that is something to think about there. I am pro man to man. I believe wholeheartedly it helps our young men and women see the game offensively and see the game defensively. So that's something that I'm pleading and sharing and urging and encouraging youth coaches, middle school coaches, and even some high school coaches. It's so much on the smaller high school scale, 1A, 2A, you see zone. I think the game will be more exciting, will move faster. If you encourage man-to-man defense, make a play, stop somebody. It helps them with the acumen of the game. It helps them with their speed, and agility and read and react. Reading what's going on offensively, reading what's going on defensively. So that is where we are with man-to-man defense. If you're not playing man-to-man defense, you're missing out on some good stuff. I'm telling you, it helps you with your overall game. Okay, I get it. Sometimes you may be overmatched. You need to go to a man or some things that will slow a team down. I get that, but at the end of the day, when the game is on the line, I guarantee you got to stop somebody in a man-to-man setting. That's what's going to come down to. You're not going to zone it. You got your space. I have my space. Hands in the passing lane, clog the middle. To me, just zone is it's lazy defense, lazy for coaches that don't know how or don't want to teach man to man. They don't want to have that time of development because when, when young men and young ladies are learning man to man defense on the winning side, you probably will take some losses because they're learning that concept of man-to-man defense. And so that's what sometimes we shortcut to these different 3-1, 2-3, and 3-2 zones, and 1-1-3, and things of that nature, and 2-2-1 press and things to kind of so you can be more successful instantly in the win column instead of thinking how it's going to benefit student athletes, that young man and that young lady down the line in their career. So, you have both sides of that, wanting to win now at the youth tournament, middle school level, and even high school level, because by then they probably never been taught, probably, or encouraged to understand the concept of man-to-man defense. And man-to-man, to me, playing man-to-man defense, you force teams to make play, keep the game moving. With that being said, high school basketball needs a shot clock, at least 40-second shot clock. I believe it will help the students that are trying to transition to college basketball, where women you have a 30-second shot clock, men you have 35-second shot clock, and then talking about possibly moving that to 30 seconds. And so now that speed of the game transition won't be such of a big gap or learning curve for our men and women student athletes that move on from high school to play at the college level. So you have a shot clock at college, at high school, and think it'll change the end of the game. It'll change the end of the game situation. You can't hold the ball when you're up by 6 and pass it around. Now you got to make a play because you have a 40-second shot clock. And now it changes the coaching strategy. Now it puts players in a position where the game comes down to players making a play side of the game versus swinging the ball and have to come foul somebody. Yet, if you're under 40 seconds, you still might have to be in the foul situation of one-on-one. But to me, what a 40-second shot clock will do will bring some continuity to the game, a tempo. I believe people will appreciate the pace of that game more instead of somebody holding the ball and say, hey, pass it 8 times before you look for a shot to the basket. So that is something. And we're in 21st century. Our young men and young ladies are bigger, faster, stronger. And they want to get out and run. They want to get up and down the court. The court is spread out more. The half-court game is still there, but not as much as it used to be. So you have to acknowledge the change, the changing of the game to the different generations, or what is the trend in the game at the moment. And so, again, I'm encouraging and hoping for a shot clock in high school basketball. I think it will help players, it'll help the game, it'll help coaches, and it will also be, I think, more enjoyable for the fans, for the school supporters. That's important. Uh, so, to that being said, let's talk about summer basketball. Is summer basketball programs, AAU, and MLB, is it helpful? Well, I think today and time, just to get out and get court time, that's the helpful part. If you're serious about your craft and want to learn better and want to learn game situation, get out and get court time and play a tournament. Now we're talking about quality of the AAU program or quality of the travel team. That's according to that individual program, what they present and what they say they can promise or are supposed to provide your child. But the overall thing is, does this club fit the needs of where my child is playing or what level they're competing on or are capable of competing on? Those things are parents, because now you're going to invest a little bit, not a little bit, but a lot of time, a lot of money. So invest wisely. There's these days there are programs out there. It's just saturated. We're travel team, we're AAU exposure, but at the end of the day, sit back and evaluate that program. Does it put anything in place for your child to be successful or encourage your child to be successful? And is this football program or just team, are they being advocates for them? If they have possible talent to play at the collegiate level, are they being advocates for your child with colleges and reaching out and being an advocate? And that's what it's about. High school coaches used to do that. Some still do, but it's far in between. That's why club ball is becoming more important, because you don't have enough high school coaches being that advocate and the school get enrolled in the child being recruited or receiving offers or whatever sport it may be. We're not just talking basketball, but so out there, all I say is encourage family, parents, student athletes. Uh, it's like shopping. Pick wisely, buy for a car when you pick a club ball. Look carefully, see if it fits your needs, see what you're trying to get done. If it's worth the investment. Are you committed to the time? There's some kids that still say, there's some young ladies that they play club ball and they play volleyball, and I get it. It's to enhance the opportunities to have more possibilities on the next level. But you're only good as the hours that you put into your craft. So at some point in time, you have to sit down and look at what craft am I really perfecting and take it to that level of performance that I can't even imagine sometimes just because I'm putting the blood, sweat, and tears into it. I can understand you can enjoy playing sports. I think that is back to a uh, sports multiple sports student athlete enjoy playing sports and representing their school. But the thing is, in some sport they really can excel. How is that hindering or watering down their level of performance they really can be if they weren't always on the go? So I'm not knocking it. I'm not against it, but I'm definitely not for it. But and I understand the nature, the landscape of the state here, and that's how things operate in the state of Kansas for high school, most high school student athletes. I am a proponent of. I am for uh, you play for basketball. Since you play basketball, do cross country or track, or do both, far as a supplement. And to me, that's not really another sport. That's a supplement. That's a workout to keep you going, to keep you healthy, and that's another way of giving you a package deal for the college level. You can work cross country and play basketball or track and basketball and have a fairly healthy career and not take so much as higher risk of injury. So these are things to think about. We're excited that you tuned in to us. We're excited about Western Kansas League. We have two 17U girls teams in Western Kansas WKE. They were at the Sunflower Showcase recently. They did well. They finished first and second. Boys 17U did well. Played hard in the showcase, MAYB College Showcase, where they had NAIA and Division II, Division III college coaches, and that's what it's about. So if you're very serious about your craft and you have some talent to work with and to get better for yourself, you put yourself in these positions to get the exposure, and you sacrifice time. You make a sacrifice for something. I think the biggest thing in today's pop culture generation, and instant, everything is instant, is that you got to put the work in now to get the payoff later. So you pay your dues and working hard now and benefit down the line, or don't do it now and still trying to work down the line. Down the line. So it's up to you as an individual how you see it and how you prioritize what's good for you. So until next time, we'll have some more hot topics in Kansas high school sports. So next time, continue to pursue your dreams and sweet swishes.